Hello everybody, welcome back to I Command. It's TV Boy here, and we've got a special game. This is the top 4 match from the Purrgill Tournament, Season 8 IACP Tournament. This was a 13-player tournament that ran over 6 weeks, or 6 rounds of Swiss, and culminated in a top 4. And this is going to be the top 4 match between Derek and Morgan. And they're playing on the Bespin Tabana facility, and I know I did mention that that we weren't going to be seeing this map, but this tournament for the top 4 they did use the tournament legal maps from when the tournament started. And we had a map rotation in the middle of the tournament, so we're going to be seeing this map, I guess, one more time here. So we're going to be looking at the top 4 match and then the finals after this. In the next video, but this one's going to be Derek versus Morgan. Morgan is in the top seed, and Derek's in the 4th seed. And there we go. And let's see what we've got. We've got Morgan. So both players playing lists that they have played before in top 8 or top cut before in these type of tournaments. Let me expand this window a little bit. There we go. So Morgan playing a Rebel list with a bit of a cameo here from IG-11, but we've got Wonder Twins. We've got Hero Luke, who's 7 points in IACP with the Heir to the Jedi upgrade card. It's an attachment that focuses him when he uses his Saber Strike and also gives him a reroll, and also gives him +1 damage on his ranged attack. And we've got, let's see, out of there. We've got again Leia, who's giving battlefield leadership, gives an extra movement when she does that now, and her military efficiency no longer costs a surge. She's 8 points. Also, she has 11 health instead of, I believe she had 8 in the original. And we've got IG-11. Let's see if I can bring him up here. Bringing him in with Saska, it looks like. So that's going to be the other figure he's going to be giving those extra attacks to with Leia. And otherwise he can do rapid fire on his own. And then of course, as we mentioned, he's got Saska, allowing him to bring IG-11 as a scum figure. And then, excuse me, R2-D2, Gideon Argus, and Yoda as Leia is a Force user. A bit of a controversial decision for IACP, making Leia a Force user, but it does give her added synergy with her brother Luke. So Yoda there to focus both Leia and Luke. We've also got Technician Training to signify that R2-D2 has the added Technician trait. And then Balance of the Force and Channel the Force. So we're going to see Yoda doing some tutoring with Channel the Force because of the way Yoda is worded, his draw ability that lets him lets him draw an extra card. Because it says if you do draw that extra card, you have to put a card back. Well, Channel the Force replaces that with a search, so you don't have to put a card back since you did not draw a card. It's worded differently from Heroic Effort. Not sure why we did it originally, but ended up working with Channel the Force that way, and was actually made Yoda a lot more viable than he was when he started out. And then we've got Derek playing Mercenaries, and he's got IG-88, not IG-11. This is the original IG-88 with focus on the kill. And we've got let's see, we've got MHD. Let's forward it a little bit so that can see the deployments finished. He's got IG-88, Elite Jawa, Onar, R2-D2, Cad Bane, MHD, C-3PO, a regular Jawa, and then Smuggling Compartment and Devious Scheme. So Derek got to choose the blue deployment and is giving initiative to Morgan. And Smuggling Compartment is going to keep his hands safe from Leia and Saska, who are both spies. So that's going to help him keep his hand protected and help him look through the top and bottom of his deck at the end of each round. Alright, let's get into it. They're drawing cards, and it looks like we're going to start off again. Morgan's got initiative. He's going to activate Gideon, focusing up Leia and pushing R2D2 2 spaces to be able to reach the terminal there. Now, interestingly enough, Derek took the blue deployment zone, which actually has a bit of a hard time reaching the terminal. In fact, both of these terminals are too far away for R2 to reach on his own, but extra far for Derek. 1, 2, 3. They're both 4 spaces away, it looks like. So Derek's going to have to use Onar to get R2 onto that terminal, and that's what we're seeing. It's going to activate Onar here. Going to use Rush. And that is going to deal a damage to R2. Now, of course, R2 can heal himself with his service special action, but Onar doesn't have any access to recovery, so that damage is going to stick. But definitely worth it to be drawing a card here. And now we see Yoda activating. Going to use that ability with Channel the Force that says whenever you... So the Channel the Force is an FFG card. Says whenever you would draw a card, you can draw 1 less card. And then you can search your deck for a command card and a Force user command card, add it to your hand, and then a Force user suffers strain equal to the cost. Looks like Morgan's just drawing cards off the top of his deck till he finds what he was looking for, which was Knowledge and Defense, 2-point card that adds a black defense dice, and friendly Force users can spend a surge to redraw it from the discard pile. And let's see, looks like Yoda's going to take 2 strain for that. And Calm Disruption looks like being discarded. Oh, okay, Yoda's going to take 1 damage and discard the top card of his deck to prevent that strain. And throw Yoda up here as well. And then Yoda going to move down, focusing up Luke there, and moving down towards the terminal. Derek's R2 going to activate, going to draw a card from the terminal. Morgan's R2 going to activate, going to draw a card from the terminal. And Derek activating the Elite Jawa, so he does have an Elite Jawa there. That's allowing him to bring MHD and MHD, R2D2, and C3PO, and it is a leader, so it's going to be playing Planning. I'll draw 2 cards with Planning. And now, let's see, is Morgan passing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to Derek's 8 activations. So it looks like Morgan is going to pass there. MHD going to activate for Derek, and just going to hang out right there in the deployment zone. Doesn't move. IG-11 activating for Derek. Going to move down next to Yoda in the terminal room. And C3PO going to activate. Going to focus up Cad Bane. That's going to enable Cad's ability. I can never remember which one is which. I think it's the Flawless Execution. Yeah, so that's the one that focuses him when he attacks, but if he's already focused, he gets a power token and gets to swap a die color. Fun way to make an autofocus figure that you still want to focus. That was kind of the design goal there, I believe. All right, regular Jawa activating for Derek. Going to open the door to the upper area. And Saska going to activate for Morgan. Going to give a device token to Rebel Hero Luke. And that's going to allow Luke to re-roll. He's going to get 2 re-rolls, one from Heir to the Jedi and one from a device token. And he can swap the die color when he re-rolls it. Very similar to Lando's ability. And then, let's see, it looks like regular Jawa. Okay, and now Hero Luke going to move down. So everybody now down for Morgan, down in the terminal room, all adjacent to Yoda except for Gideon. So if any of those figures get attacked, Yoda will be able to hit them with a deflection. Okay, Cad Bane going to use his ability to give a movement point to IG-88 there when he activates. We've seen that in another video. Derek used that to great effect, basically giving IG-88 speed 8 when he activates, using that ability from Cad Bane. And that's going to allow him to open the door and then going to keep moving. And And then Son of Skywalker is being played by Luke. Let's bring up Luke's card here. Pretty much the same as it was, but he does have the now 0-point attachment. That's going to let him get focused whenever he uses Saber Strike, and it's going to add +1 damage to his ranged attack. He's already focused, so I expect he's going to be using his ranged attack here. Oh, is he going for the Saber Strike? Looks like he did use Saber Strike, so that's going to invalidate his focus. Morgan may have forgotten that he gets auto-focused when he uses Saber Strike. But he is going to get that Pierce 3 automatically from that. So we're looking at 7 Pierce 3 right now, so 6 damage into IG-88. And then going to move down, and now we're going to see Blaze of Glory for this aggressive IG-88 activation. No Blaze of Glory. Okay, but Derek is going to have initiative going into round 2. If he can keep it, if there's no take initiative or if there's a negation here. Initiative moves. Second chance being played. And there's take initiative. Who played the second chance? That's the big question. IG-88, so there's a second chance on IG-88 right now. And I do have the map as zoomed in as I can. I know you guys like it when I have it zoomed in like that. Looks like there is going to be a negation from Derek, so Derek going to keep the initiative, going to activate IG-88, gets 2 free movement points from Focused on the Kill, his attachment from FFG, which you can, it looks like it's represented here, I believe. Oh no, this is his, hold on, let's see if I can swap it. So it doesn't work. Anyway, so we're gonna attack Luke. Gonna get that strain off from Relentless, and gonna discard a card for the strain, which is gonna be negation off of Morgan's deck. Morgan gonna play Knowledge and Defense here to add a black dice. He gets +1 block for Luke and 8 lead. There's a dodge on the white dice. And does IG-88 have an answer here? Yoda using, not going to use Calming Presence, going to use Force Deflection here to send 3 damage back at IG-88 with, again, Force Deflection. That's once per round. And now IG-88 going to retreat back behind Cad Bane and next to C-3PO. Textbook way of playing IG-88 there, the hit and run strategy. You get up there at the end of the round, start of round 2, you deal some damage, and then you run back with his incredible speed to get back to safety. Didn't work out so great there since it looks like Derek did not have an answer to the dodge. So Luke able to get out of that unscathed, and IG-88 took quite a bit of damage for his trouble there. Alright, Luke can activate, and he's going to make a focused attack. How did he get refocused? Oh, Gideon activated. So refocused Luke. And now Luke is activating. And oh, that's where the 3 damage went on IG. So MHD came up, healed IG-88 there with his ability with medical loadout. So 3 damage. So IG-88 down to 6 damage. And now we're going to see the focus Luke making his attack. And this is going to have +1 damage on it from Heir to the Jedi, if Morgan remember. Yep, there it is. And focused. And this is on Cad Bane. No dodge for Cad Bane. Does have 2 evades. Looks like he's going to be taking 5 damage, but Luke does have a reroll, and he has a device token from Saska. So it looks like that was his regular reroll from Heir to the Jedi. And then, yep, going to use Saska to re-roll the green, changing it to a blue. So I guess he needed accuracy there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, range 7. Yeah, I need to keep the blue. Alright, so both of those are still getting negated. So it looks like he's doing 6 damage. -1 block, so 5 damage to Cad Bane there. Yep. And Onar going to activate. Just going to move up next to Cad Bane. So that kind of signals to me that Derek's got extra protection in his hand. Onar's command card that if another figure suffers 3 damage, Onar can move up and make an attack. It also provides get down support to Cad Bane, but I think Cad Bane is not going to survive this. Ooh, there's IG-11 activating for Morgan, going to use Rapid Fire and then supplement it with his command card, Guild Programming. So now both of these attacks are going to be focused. Targeting Cad Bane. Ooh, dodges. And I don't think IG-11 has anything that can mitigate a dodge. So that completely undone. Now the second attack is going to be a blank. Is there anything that he can do? We didn't see Onar playing anything like get behind me. Oh, Miracle Worker. There we go. Okay, so MHD's command card coming out. Gonna keep Cad Bane alive, and that's still gonna trigger Onar because he still suffers the damage. It just undoes it. So are we gonna see extra protection? No. Okay, no extra protection. It looks like. Morgan checking his line of sight. And now the Jawa is going to come up and step in front of Cad Bane. Cad Bane's still exposed though. Derek's being very risky here, not activating Cad Bane. So yeah, we're going to have Leia come up, and it looks like she's going to use Battlefield Leadership, targeting Cad Bane. And then she can use have IG-11 come up and make a free attack on the Jawa with this. So how is he going to keep Cad Bane alive here? Oh, there was a card played. Now we're seeing extra protection get played. Okay, there's extra protection. So there's Onar's command card, which means Cad Bane must have died. Also, does Cad Bane have 9 health? I keep doing that. Okay, he does have 9 health. So because you have to suffer 3 or more damage to trigger extra protection. So it works really nicely with MHD's command card, which leaves you at 3 health remaining. Let's zoom back in. Okay, so I think that means Cad Bane dies, right? Goes to 9 damage. Didn't get to activate, so like I said, kind of risky there. Loses an activation for Cad Bane, but now gets to make an attack with Onar, which is also kind of a long-range attack. This is range 5, not Onar's favorite. Likes to usually attack from closer than that. Doesn't really have any accuracy bonuses. Yeah, it's gonna miss. Because the weird thing about Onar is all of his surge abilities actually apply negative accuracy, unlike most figures. So his attacks get less accurate the more damage they do. So that's going to be a miss, unfortunately. A bit of a big loss there for Derek. Didn't get any value out of that extra protection there, and lost Cad Bane. And we're seeing fleet-footed. Okay, I'm surprised that Morgan didn't go for the free Battlefield Leadership attack with IG-11 there. Oh, because it has to be the same target. That's why. So it doesn't work. He could move 1 space with the IG-11 though. Kind of a weird interaction. It's not intuitive, but all right. So 3PO going to focus up Onar, who's now in very good position at least to run up and hit either Leia or IG-11 very hard. Yoda going to focus up Luke. Oh, I wonder what he grabbed with... Oh, did he not use channel? Oh, he just used wisdom to draw a card and bottom a card. Didn't want to search anything out. So channel just in the deck to grab knowledge and defense from the beginning. R2 going to draw a card for Morgan. It looks like R2 also drew a card for Derek and healed off the damage from Rush with his service special action. Elite Jawa going to move up and block line of sight to Onar. Sasuke going to activate, going to give herself a power token. Not a power token, excuse me, a device token. and gonna declare an attack on the Jawa. Now, important to note that Luke already used Power Converter, and Power Converter is once per round, so Sasuke's not going to be able to benefit from this device token here. And gonna see another dodge anyway, so no damage. Ooh, a Blaze of Glory being played by IG88 here at the end of Sasuke's activation. Great timing. Looks like he's going to try and take her out. Now, note he had to move 3 spaces, so he spent an action. Kind of surprised he didn't just go all the way up to get the Relentless bonus. And going to re-roll here with Targeting Network. It's a nice one with a droid list. It can be redrawn with MHD. Gonna re-roll. Nice. That's perfect. That's 7 damage. I think that's a dead Sasuke there. She's only got 7 health. Oh, what just happened? Oh yeah, okay. It was like a sound effect playing. There's cool sound effects in Vassal for this game. A lot of figures have them. Whoa, is this Son of Sky? Oh, we missed it. Leia must have shuffled Son of Skywalker back in with military efficiency, and R2 must have redrawn it because we're seeing it being played again. So is Luke gonna be able to activate? Gonna make a focus ranged attack here, targeting the Elite Jawa. One of the powerful interactions of the Wonder Twins, being able to recycle those Son of Skywalkers back into the deck with Leia's military efficiency. So Onar going to use Get Down here. That allows him to, once per round, add a block or an evade. So we're going to add a block here. 5, 6, 7. 7 damage. -2 is, I think that's still 5. I think it's still a dead Jawa if I'm not mistaken. Oh, the Jawa has, what is it called? Has Take Cover, that's right. Okay, so Jawa lives by 1, so nicely played by Derek there, keeping that Jawa alive by 1 health. But Morgan has remembered he has a reroll, and are they going to allow that? No, looks like that was undone. I think Morgan just wanted to see what happened if he had used his reroll there. Fair enough, you know, I mean, like, he had the kill, and you have to do rerolls before modifiers, so it sounds like it was allowed to move to the modifier step where Derek was able to use all those modifiers, and so a little late to do the reroll there. It's unfortunate, but okay, looks like we're going into round 3. This is a second chance. Second chance being played. Let's get this over here. So that should have healed IG88. Yeah. So IG88, interestingly, took 3 damage to 9 and then heals 2 from second chance, going down to 7. Kind of a neat interaction with Blaze of Glory there. And now it looks like it's Derek's initiative, and I missed it. Did Onar activate last round? I must have missed his activation. But he is going for a focused attack on IG11. And it looks like IG11 taking 6 damage from that. Has the +1 block innate. And then R2, Yoda gonna use Force Deflection there to send 4 damage back at Onar for the 4 dice. And now we're gonna see a rapid fire from IG11. Interestingly, IG11 not only gets a reroll from Targeting Computer, it also gets a reroll from Luke being there, so it actually has 2 rerolls. Could have rerolled the blue there, but it looks like he's fine with the current results. And Onar going to use Get Down on himself to stop the 1 surge. So we're going to take 4 damage here. And now here comes the second attack. That looks totally perfect. I don't think you want to reroll any of those dice. And IG's going to do 7 damage there, which is enough to kill Onar, it looks like. So Onar goes down, Morgan picking up another 6 points. IG-11 moves down further into the terminal area. And usually we see Derek being the one digging in defensively, but Morgan right now has a really good defensive position. Leia's a little out of position up there, honestly, but he is ahead on points, and now Derek has to be the one that answers this. Gonna activate the Elite Jawa, going for an attack on Luke. Luke gonna use Knowledge and Defense here, so he must have redrawn it earlier. Oh yeah, with that last attack where he had 2 surges. And that's gonna be 3 blocks and 1 evade, so no damage from the Jawa. Luke gonna come up and finish off this Elite Jawa. 3 more points for Morgan. And right back to hiding in the terminal room. 3PO, did 3PO focus somebody? I missed it. Well, we've got Leia activating, gonna do battlefield leadership here on the regular Jawa. And now we're gonna watch and see what he shuffles in. Probably Son of Skywalker. Looks like that's a dead Jawa. And yep, gonna shuffle Son of Skywalker back in this time, and then moves back to join Luke and Yoda. And it's not looking good for Derek. He still has IG-88 though, and MHD, and R2. So, you know, where there's a will, there's a way with IG-88. He can't get back Blaze though, unfortunately. Unlike Morgan, who can keep getting back Son of Skywalker as long as Leia is still alive. Alright, looks like Yoda gonna be using Channel to search out Force Rush. Add it to Morgan's hand. And draw a card with R2, and now we're gonna see the final activation of Derek's here is gonna be IG-88. Gonna move all the way over and attack Leia. He's gonna play Knowledge and Defense. I think it was redrawn by Leia since she's a Force user. Adds 3 blocks to the results and gets that automatic +1 evade as well. She did take a damage from the strain. Looks like she's taking 4 damage here. So 5 damage total. Oh, there must have been an Assassinate. So Assassinate adding 3 more damage to the results there. She is now at 3 health remaining. No Jabba here to use Order Hit. And the Son of Skywalker came out of the deck again off of an R2 draw. By the way, that's another reason to use, that's probably why he used Yoda's Wisdom just to draw there. Just wanted to dig for the Son of Skywalker. Great synergy between Yoda and Luke. Getting that extra draw to dig down for Son of Skywalker. And gonna go with the Saber Strike here. Reroll with Heir to the Jedi. Gets automatic Pierce 3. So gonna stop all the blocks. And it looks like he's doing 6 damage to IG-88. And Gideon gonna get in on the action here. Gonna attack. No damage from Gideon though. And it looks like initiative is gonna be Morgan's here, and no take initiative from Derek. It's in the discard pile. So we saw second chance was on Leia, so it goes down to 6 damage. And now activating Leia, I'm going to use Heart of Freedom, and I'm going to be able to double team IG-88, who's down to 5 health. So looking like it's not going to be good here for IG, although he's only taking 1 damage from that. But now she's gonna have Luke attack IG as well. Luke does have a reroll. Oh, that's a fantastic roll. 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 damage. That puts IG-88 down, and that is probably going to be the game for Morgan and Derek. Game over, and yep, that's it. Morgan takes the win. 28 points to Derek's 4. Couldn't quite dig Morgan out of that super defensive position back there. I think that dodge early on, where IG-88 didn't deal any damage and took a bunch of damage in return in the early game, really set Derek on the back foot. But also I think losing Cad Bane for no benefit either was also rough. So Morgan going to take it and going to move on to the finals, and we'll see you for the next video. Thanks everybody for watching.